robbed these two niggas of an opportunity to be multimillionaires. Y'all are acting like Joe built this podcast to get two other niggas rich, or even himself. Joe been had money. Maybe not all the time you thought it was like, $10 million, but he was never starving. He was never saying, hey, I've been used to this lifestyle. Give me the opportunity to be a millionaire. His whole thing was, that's why I keep telling y'all, Joe turned down money at Complex. Joe turned down a bunch of shit because he was fighting his fight. It became a thing where the fucking dumbass audience of Joe is then siding with, wait, why Joe turned down a deal that could make these guys millionaires? When Joe got with these niggas, that wasn't his goal. Why should his goal be that now? But I know why you think it should be that now, because them niggas told you, oh, me and Joe were friends. So now it looks weird. Why you turn down the fact that your friends could be millionaires? Joe is living in... Put it like this. Allegedly, Joe was asking Spotify for $100 million. Allegedly, they may have offered him $30 million. If they offered $30 million, let's just be very clear. First of all, these bums don't deserve nothing at all. But still, let's say Joe gave him 2.5. So they get $2.5 million. By the way, that's more money they've ever seen in their life. Both of them. Say, what I'm trying to tell you is that for everything that you're saying about Joe, it's not about the Stooges. Joe himself had to turn down the lion's share of money. He had to turn down $25 million for himself. Y'all are worried about the broke bums. Oh, they could have been millionaires. Yeah, $2 million serves their purpose. Joe had to look at some shit and say, I'm going to turn down $25 million. 25. They were never going to get 25. Joe was going to get 80% of the money. And he turned it down. So why y'all be like, oh, you could have made your friends millionaires? Put it like this. I'm telling you this right now. Nigga owed me $25 million. Just legally, I ain't going to say nothing after that. I'm going to just say. But just understand yourself and what you're thinking about.
See, and let's talk about deals. Let's get back to deals. Because I own this, I am going to always be, because I own this and because I have a 21-year history with the industry and with the people in it.
The whole thing was fucked up because Joe speaks like that. Joe owns it. If you don't feel Joe owns it, you're an idiot. He owns it. He owns it. He owns the IP. He's the guy that without him, it can't be a podcast. Because he owns that. If he is, and by the way, from what I'm hearing, it looked like he was so, like, he's such a good guy. He told them, hey, if we make $1, we could split it as per this percentage. Don't mean y'all own shit. He's saying that we will split the profits if we get a profit, but y'all don't own it. Why are y'all trying to tell him what he could do with his own product if y'all don't own it?
With an audience, the Joe Budden podcast, if you want to talk business about it, the call is coming to me. I shouldn't have to say this, right? That call comes to me. And guess what? If it didn't come to me and it came to you, the first thing they would say to you is, do you own it?
I do not.
Get out. Go get the guy that owns it and bring him in here. Mm-hmm. That's what they would say. Am I off?
Not at all. Not at all.
So my issue with Rory, and I say Rory, in particular Rory, why is it him? Why is it him? Oh, yo.
Why is what who? Why is it Rory what? Why is what Rory?
Why don't I put more of this on Rory?
I've wondered that.
If Rory was here, I was coming to ask him if he is a liar, if he is a manipulator, if he willfully and purposefully misleads, if he believes his words to match his actions? And are you misunderstood or do you misunderstand?
I think people have accused you of the first several of those questions.
Give it to me.
I think people think that you come up in here and preach ownership and maybe aren't giving the guys ownership.
No.
That's a thing that I've seen.
Well, with me, Parks, and I just closed a few deals like this, I believe you're worth the weight that you pull.
Mm-hmm.
And even my new podcast, the clauses I put in, and I don't play lawyer games. Hey, if anybody leaves, it's over. It's done. That's it. That's how I give it up. If anybody leaves, you're done. See, because I know the job is never done. It's long. It's a long road. It's a long road. And I know shit get heavy and shit get weird and money changes people and things change people. At any point, somebody could get up and leave. And that's important. You want that. Ian and I don't have a contract. No. I say that all the time, right?
Happy about it.
And it's a blessing.
I don't have a contract with any y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I love it.
It's the best thing
If I
ever.
don't want to talk to you again, I'm not.
That's it.
Likewise.
If I want to fire Ian in the morning, I'm getting rid of him. If he want to leave, he can.
We never had a contract.
Yeah.
Me and Corey never had a contract. There's strength in that, but only if you know it.
Right.
Only if you know it. So anyway, we get back to the audit. If you want to audit me, you got to go. You got to go. Like, you can't put toothpaste back in the tube. Rory is sitting around wanting to know what the Spotify deal was.
Years ago.
It's over. That ship has sailed. It is over. With basic...
Rory, you fucking bum. I told your dumbass you should have stopped lying to the public, nigga. Academics don't lie about a motherfucking thing, and Joe ain't tell me shit. I knew it. I looked in your eyes when Joe was talking about Spotify. I looked in your eyes. You had no fucking idea what was going on. You had no fucking idea what Joe was saying. You were hearing shit for the first time, you fucking bum. But yet you fixed your mouth to talk about me. Oh, Ack is dumb. You know, you're like, he just be like drunk. Are you an idiot? This is your boss talking. This is your master talking. He's not talking that highly of you. He says you asked him a question and he said you got to go. Remember the last time I streamed and I said, yo, what Complex did was where they fucked up, they showed the workers what was going on with all the money coming in. Because truth be told, if McDonald's showed the average worker, this is how much money we made off of you and this is what we paid you, you feel away. Employing somebody is kind of almost keeping them from the information to know how much you're making. You know why? They're comfortable with what they're making until they know what you made. That's all across business. So you hear Rory trying to figure out, yo, what was the Spotify deal was? How are you going to try to figure that out after the deal is done when you was dick riding Joe while he was talking about the deal and turning down the next deal? How? Rory, you see, you and Mealy Mall, my life mission has been for niggas to never ever take niggas like your voice as any type of, having any type of credence or credit, having any type of validity. Because it was niggas like you that wanted to lead people to think that people like me was idiots. Except we're hearing you get exposed by your boss.
You can refer to your contract and look at what you're paid and add shit up and see what's going on, and you would have the number. You would have anything that you want to have. But you're lazy. It reeks of laziness. There's no effort in this plan.
Parks, you don't even have to interject. It's laziness. Parks, you're an engineer. I don't even think they kind of they list you. You're probably engineer talent. Parks, I want you to answer this if you ever see this. Did I not say if y'all really wanted to negotiate or have leverage with Joe, go build something apart from Joe? You can never, ever know your worth if you're sitting next to Joe every single time. Joe's been a celebrity for like damn near approaching 20 years. He's built up an audience that spanned 15 years. He's had a rap career that gives him validity with certain ears. He's done so much that when he sits next to you, shit's going to be different. I'll give you the story. I love my sister. Nadeska, I love her so much. She's amazing. She rolled with me. I roll with her. And we both went through a lot of shit. Let me tell you this. The first year when Complex Con came around, I was going to Complex Con. Joe, he felt they'd negotiate with him late. Also, like it was happening to be the time that his girlfriend and future wife at the time was going to have a baby shower. He felt like, hey, this wasn't really in the contract. Yo, y'all got to treat us a little different. You know, Complex was just trying to get shit through. He said, you know what? I don't have to do it per my contract. I'm not going. I went. Me and Nadeska went. Nadeska was an employee for Complex at the time. I'm like, you know what? To entice me to come, they were like, yo, this is the first time you've seen the people. Like, you know, of course, we know you've been lit before we got you here, but damn, you know, we helped you a little bit. Like, damn, we could make it special with you interacting with an audience. Like, yo, this is the first time people could be like, yo, I've watched Akademiks for 4 years. Here he is. And I'm like, I fuck with that. That's true. I'm like, okay, cool. You guys gotta do it. Salute to my guy Cornell. He said, yo, you don't even, like, and I don't want to get too much in their business. You don't even want to know what we're charging for a booth at Complex Con. So all these little cool outlets, they're charging my arm and a leg. It's the coolest place to be. If you want to showcase an item, sell an item, promo some shit, we're going to give you a pretty decent sized booth for free. If you want to sell merch, whatever. So even after we've paid you thousands to go, if you want to make more money and you want to go sell some shit or put your brand on display, go ahead. Remember why I came to Complex? I wanted to make the brand of Akademiks bigger. I said, jumped on it. Let's do it. I'm like, let's do merch. If you go upstairs right now, there's so much chat nigga merch. I order so much shit. I'm like, I order mad chat nigga merch, blah, blah, blah. But I also enlisted the help of a friend of mine. His name is Black Picasso. I said, yo, you know what some people know us for? It's that migos shit. I said, yo, remember this is November. I'm like, yo. He had posted like a drawing of us in the moment. I said, yo, put that on a shirt and I'll go and I'll sell that there. Now, I had a discussion with Joe and Nadeska before. I said, yo, hey, listen, everything else I'm selling is Akademiks brand, which is chat nigga shit, which is my face, which is other things. But I'm going to be honest with you, you know, Complex was really blatant the merch shit. So it was really, all I really had to do is get the permission of Nadeska and Joe. I said, there's a moment and I think I might still have it on my Instagram. There's a moment in that Migos interview where we all have different reactions and it's 3 people side by side. It's dope. I think people will buy that. I love how the creator guy did it. And I was trying to get their approval. And Joe says to me off top, and by the way, Joe, you know, I'm just not a liar. So I know sometimes y'all don't tell exact shit, but I give it all up, bro. I'm sorry. Joe says to me off top, and I believe these are the numbers. Joe says, You sell a fucking shirt with my face on it. Now, keep in mind, at that point, I'm thinking, oh, well, everything's cool. 33%. I'll give everybody like a third cut. Joe says, Ak, you sell a shirt with my face on it, I want 45%. And I'm like, whoa. And I remember, I'm like, what the fuck? Now my ego kicks in. I know not only is he thinking about the moment and how he was instrumental in it, shit, I was a fucking viral meme too. But then I'm thinking, wait, Joe, if you considering it because you're Joe Budden, nigga, I'm Akademiks. So I meet him at the same level. I'm like, if you want that, I want that. We either gonna have to both come down or what? And let me salute to my sister Nadeska. Nadeska allowed me and Joe to get the same percentage, and she took whatever was in the middle. I love Nadeska so much. But that was one of the times I knew how Joe thought about everything we were doing. It was not 33%. He could have that thought. I could have my own thought. We were either going to figure it out or not figure it out. For that particular time where we were selling merch, or I was trying to sell merch, Nadeska split the difference and said, I really don't care. No, it's cool. Like, I'll take whatever the little is in the middle. I love her so much. I say that to say, if you believe the Joe Budden podcast is going to be 33 with the Two Stooges when he came on Everyday Struggle with me, and I would argue, the majority of the audience, at first at least, they grew in love with Joe, I'll be honest. And Joe saw himself as, hey, I'm a guy with a name. If Billboard's writing about us, they're using Joe as the headline. When they're talking about Everyday Struggle, they're constantly chronicling my history in the game. I don't feel we're on equal standing. This is business, people. I can't fault that man at all. At that time, I was sticking to my guns. I said, nah, y'all see how much people I'm bringing here? What's up? The desk will split the difference. Now, that was Everyday Struggle. Imagine Joe with the two niggas who are only known because of him. You think Joe looks at them and says, nah, you deserve a quarter. Y'all are only known because of Joe. Y'all are only known because of Joe. These are uncomfortable conversations that fans of that podcast don't want to talk about because they just feel like Joe should be a great friend. Hey, he's your friend. Why don't you just split everything? It's not the truth. I could imagine why it was called a Joe Budden podcast. You know why? Nobody knows Rory and Mealy Mall in the grand scheme of things. Okay?
It's laziness or
they are either being ill-advised or advising ill. It's one or the other. Enough painting it black when it's blue.
Lack of experience too, I think, as a in this space as a 1099 basically, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if they're 1099.
No, see, that's why. Let me interrupt you. Yeah. That's why I let the whole thing play out. We can't say that no more. I have intel from that side that says they fully understand what their contract says and means, and they just have an issue with it. I sent over accounting that was beautiful. It was packaged. Hey, Marnie, I love you. It was packaged the way it needed to be, and it painted a real clear picture of what you should be paid versus what you've been paid. They didn't ask a fucking question. Not one. 6-7 weeks.
Let me explain what he's saying. It seems to me that maybe Joe told him, hey, I'll give both y'all 10% of the net profits. Then they start watching Joe's pockets. They're like, wait, Joe just got his teeth done. He just got, I don't know, Botox. He just got like mad Fendi hats. Wait. We are profitable. We are making a lot of money. Where is our 10%? Now, you're going to hear Joe point it out later. Joe could become a millionaire from like 10 different things. Revolt. I'm pretty sure he could get a pull-up deal worth millions. And this is where some people keep getting hurt. I'm sorry to burst the bubble that you live in. If me and Joe Budden go anywhere, the starting conversation of price to pay for us talent-wise is at least $3 to $4 million per year. Just let you know. That's the starting. So think about how Joe's thinking. Y'all are watching my podcast, but I don't think Joe's that profitable of that podcast. But they might look at Joe's lifestyle. I want to use an example, but I kind of don't. I'm going to use it. I'm just a real ass nigga, bro. If you don't know, I signed Chosen to, I signed Chosen for like, which by the way, I don't even know if that contract really matters anymore because like, I'm just not like a thirsty nigga in terms of that. But still, I signed Chosen. One day, so Chosen was coming to my crib. This is a studio. This isn't like whatever niggas be thinking. There's a DJ booth there. Back there's a plexiglass actual recording booth. There's 4 monitors here. There's a racked situation here with all type of situation. There's a keyboard over there. There's another keyboard right here. There's a controller right here. You have lights over there. You might think this is small. This is a huge room. I'm telling you this as a fact. I signed Chosen. I gave him, I forgot, was it like, his first advance was like maybe 10, 15,000. I gave him that. By the way, here's the thing. Chosen's never been profitable for me. I used to put him in a studio. It cost me $20,000. And by the way, Chosen, if you see, please don't get mad. Like, bro, I just like tell the truth about shit. I'm not no liar. I just like putting shit out there. There ain't nothing secret with me. If y'all niggas be coming with secret shit, I ain't got time for that. I was paying like $20,000 for Chosen to be recording every week, 12 hours, like multiple. And I was trying to get him to do a project. $20,000. I was paying it out. I'm probably 70 to 70,000, I would believe, in the hole from Chosen. 70, 80,000. Chosen has not made me that. You know what happens when you sign somebody? You got to eat that. I'm eating that. I got to eat it. Okay. This is the facts. I only want business owners to listen to me. Cool. I think Chosen's so amazing talent-wise. But it's not profitable. Hasn't been profitable yet. Told you how much I spent so far. One day, Chosen says to me, yo, Ak, you know niggas told me, because here's the thing. Chosen's talking to other people. Other people's like, what? Wait, no way. Wait, Akademiks signed? Wait, Akademiks who just bought a mansion? Wait, Akademiks who, he just signed, wait, what? You know what they told him? They said, wait, so how much Ak signed you for, or whatever the case is? Wait, how much money does he give you? By the way, let me also, I'm so transparent. Like, by the way, Joe, I challenge you to get to this level of transparency. You'll never. I not only signed him for that amount of money, Chosen got a monthly stipend of thousands for helping me with my music. By the way, Lil Ak has not put out a song since last year. But I was paying him monthly for helping out, whether he's in studio, whether he's helping try to come up with a concept. Thousands. Keep in mind. So I'm down. I'm down money. In the grand scheme of things, I'm down money. But I've never looked at music really to be like, oh, I'm going to make it rich. I'm like, yo, you know what? This is cool. I kind of like it. Yo, this helped brand my brand, blah, blah. Chosen says to me one day, he says, yo, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of niggas be telling me that I should have you pay me more. I'm like, huh? They're like, they're looking at you. They're like, you got a lot of money, this and third. This was one of the most uncomfortable conversations, and this is where it applies to Joe. Chosen is Rory. Let me break it down. I had to explain to Chosen. I said, Chosen, let me explain how much I give to you. I give you money every month that you could rent a place. I gave you in advance. I give you money that you could eat. I pay everything for you. If you're coming somewhere, I transport you. Everything's paid for. Now let's look at what you've made for me. Shit, even my biggest song thus far, the one with 6ix9ine. The Chosen even right on it. Nope. I'm in a loss with you. Let me further explain. Chosen then says to me, well, they're watching. They said, you just got a house. Like, the people are talking to me. They're saying, you just got a house. You just got this. You just got that. And I had to break down the very harsh reality to Chosen. I said, if you think music is why I have everything I have, you're lost. That's not what it is. My riches never came from music. It came from primarily my media career. So you're around me and music isn't that profitable, but everybody's looking at me like, Ak is the guy with a lot of money and you're helping him with music. Now, I'm at a loss with music in terms of money, but he's watching me buy this, buy that with money that's coming from other shit, and people are advising him, no, you should pay you more. So I had to tell him I'm at a loss. I ain't gonna lie to you. I asked Chosen. I said, I'll show you everything. Nigga, I Uber you to the studio, it's $100. Nigga, I paid $20,000 here to this studio that you like to record at for this month. Then I paid $22,000 the next month. Then I paid this then. Let's look at what you made me. Nobody. You see, that's where you separate the bosses and the workers. Because once you start talking about what you've made versus what you're getting paid, they stop asking. Oh, no, never mind. Nah, them niggas is tripping. Wait, you don't want to see how much you have lost me? Oh, but I guarantee if it was a conversation about how much you made me, you would love to partake, huh? That's what's going on here, Chad. I'm telling you. This isn't the shots to Chosen. Chosen's a good guy. When it comes to that, it's not shots to. I'm explaining what y'all don't realize. You know what Mealy Mall and what's that nigga named Rory is looking at? Yo, Joe, you got new teeth. Yo, you living better. You just moved to this place. They're watching his pockets. Here's the thing. And this is what I was trying to say. Joe Ben told him, though, publicly, I'm making more money from everything besides the podcast. I'm making millions from Love and Hip Hop. I'm making millions from motherfucking going to do this thing with the pull-up. I'm making money everywhere else. Unfortunately, when people feel like they have completely contributed to what you have done, they start thinking that, well, I'm the reason why you're doing that. The state of the culture check that Joe Budden gets. Do you think that he needs to answer to Rory about why he got extra hundreds of thousands or millions? Do you think he needs to answer why Mona Scott hit him up for Love and Hip Hop and she paid him millions of dollars potentially? Do you think he got to answer to Rory? Well, let me tell you, that's what they're asking. And I understand because niggas asked me that. I had to break down to my team, hey, I hire all of y'all. There's only one nigga who will get paid rainy day, up or down. And it's my nigga Leaf. You know why? he was with me with this media shit before it made $1. So now we could make a little earning. He'll always get paid. I had a situation when it came to music. I had another situation when it came to some other business. You know, I told everybody, you will get paid as long as this check exists. But you know what they eventually look at? But you still getting money? No, it has nothing to do with you. You're only getting paid if music is profitable. My media company will always be profitable. That doesn't mean I just blindly cut you a check. You're helping me not with media, with music. Now you might be like, yo, Ak, why are you telling us this? I'm telling you this because what these bums are talking about in terms of auditing, they're thinking Joe is hiding money from them because of Joe's lifestyle. Except Joe been a celebrity before he knew these niggas. And he's getting money with or without them. And that's what nobody actually says to them niggas. The reason why Joe is being offered $500,000 or whatever, I would argue because people saw how culture changing his appearance was on Everyday Struggle was. More than even a podcast. But even then, he's doing work somewhere else. I'm probably going over a lot of y'all heads, but it's okay. Y'all will watch this later on, save it on YouTube, whatever, and you'll be like, oh, I get it.
When I came and sat here and said this would take about a month, that's because it was accounting that would take a month. Mm-hmm. Rory came in here and said I sent him a text at LaGuardia Airport. Yeah, I did, but why, Rory? Because there was a really uncomfortable conversation had when I wasn't present between you, Maul, and people that work for my network. Is anybody offended in here when I say that?
No.
Work for, work with, dice it up how you want. We together is gang.
I'm paid well. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, so are they. So are they. So when you audit, let me talk to the audience. When you audit, right, it's because you think something's off. Mm-hmm. It's because you think something is wrong. Mm-hmm. If they know what the contracts say and they know that they overpaid and they are doing math and doing all the shit you need to do, then what do you think is wrong? Because that's the problem when you shake the tree.
They're watching Joe's lifestyle. Joe's on motherfucking Clubhouse talking about he's tricking on bitches. That's Joe's thing. I think he likes tricking. It seems to be. I don't know. They watch Joe rocking designer clothes. They watch Joe going on vacation. And they forget about the fact that you're only helping him with a podcast. They start thinking, wait, how much money does Joe really have? And why don't we have a part of that?
You got to be cool with whatever you find. And what happened was...
Joe, I'm going to tell you what happened. Joe be talking in like circles. Joe showed him the books to say, we're not making as nearly as much money as you think we are. Despite y'all looking at my lifestyle, Joe's always going to be rich because Joe is a household name. They didn't want to accept that. Problems.
I went and did that accounting. And my resentment grew and grew and grew. I got angrier and angrier. Because the story that it paints, if Joe's about money, I'd have got rid of these niggas ages ago. I'm a lot richer without him.
Holy! Rory, if you ain't hear that, I won't even play it again. He said if he was about his Skrilla, his bread, his guap, he would have got rid of your bum ass a long time ago. You know why? Because you niggas don't bring in shit.
Is that sociopathic to say?
Let me explain that to you. You're a liability, not an asset. So when you was dick sucking and dick riding and talking about you or this and you or that, and I remember you talking and sending sneak disses at Gilly's podcast and other people. They'd be like, yo, some of you dudes better take the deal they offer you because some of y'all ain't really talented like that. Listen here, you dweeb. Joe Budden, your boss, your daddy, just told you you were losing him money. He will be much richer without you. You fucking bum. I'm going to make sure you go back on every single time You talk down on another fucking creator, acting like you had it figured out, but you were hating. And you eat your words. I pay my nigga Leaf thousands a month. I don't feel I would be richer without him. Without him, I wouldn't do certain things. Without him, I wouldn't get certain places. Without him, I wouldn't be here. How could I feel I would be richer without him? The thousands I pay him, if it's not currently earned equity, it's back equity. I went to Philly with that nigga, and there was mad niggas who wanted my head. You know what I told him? I said, nigga, get out the car. I'm going to sit in here with all the tints, walk around this bitch. You got your joint on you, and figure out if any niggas out here lay waiting us, nigga. He said, all right, nigga, sit in here. Don't open a window. Don't breathe. I'm going to be out here, and I'm going to check every nigga on the block. Checked everybody. Came back 20, 30 minutes later. Let's go. We good. Here's the door. I talked to them niggas already. I'm going to hold it open. Hop out the car. Let's go. It's my nigga. The money he gets paid now, he doesn't have to earn it every month. He's been earned it. He's earned it in the past. He's shown a commitment. He'll earn it in the future if he ain't done it yet. That's my nigga. He cool. I couldn't repay him for certain shit. So when I tell him, I gave him a raise this year. I said, yo, this is what we doing. And hopefully I'm going to give you another raise. Let's go. But that's how it goes, chat. When Joe is saying that he'll be much richer without this nigga, Rory, it's to tell you that he's a liability. Not an asset. He's a liability. Joe is glad he got him off the books. Listen.
Say?
Yeah, but, you know.
It's a fact. It's true.
Sure.
That exists. Where was I going before that? I had a great point.
I don't know. We're talking about contracts or something. Spotify, the development of...
In those contracts, if I wanted to fuck either one of them, there's 90 million ways for me to fuck them.
Holy.
Let's just say what it is, man. There are 100 million ways for me to fuck them in a contract, but unfortunately, they don't know that. And for me, I'm strapped against my morals of who I am as a man without them. It's like when I used to say to a girl, yo, if I'm not cheating on you, it's because I don't want to cheat. You're great, but I'm not cheating.